Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 25th of November 2020. So this is the series where we go over the Shrine of Secrets in Dead by Daylight, and there's 2 killer perks and 2 survivor perks. We go over what they do, what characters they come with, how they change the different tier ups, and you know what characters they work well with. And in the end I'll give my thoughts on which ones you should put your iridescent shards towards to buy, but this isn't always the case. Sometimes they're all bad and I'm like, don't buy any, or there's some that are really good but with just 3 characters, so I'm like, just level them at blood points. This is mainly for DLC perks, I would say, that are exceptional, and as a killer main I usually tend to lean towards the killer perks, so keep that in mind. And obviously this is just my opinion, you don't have to go along with what I say. I'm just kind of, with my experiences with these perks, some of these perks I've never even used or played against, so I'm kind of just, you know, I've been playing this game for a long time, so don't take my word as 100%, but we're going to get right into this. We have some interesting perks today. First of all, we have Bamboozle, which is a clown perk, and this is probably Clown's second best perk. Clown is a bad killer, I would say, but his perk Pot Goes to the Weasel is amazing, and this one is pretty good, and also pretty fun. So, your vault speed is 5% faster. At tier 2 this is 10% faster, and at tier 3 that's 15%. Performing a vault action will call upon the entity to block that vault location for 8 seconds. Once again, at tier 2 this is 12 seconds, and at tier 3 that's 16 seconds. Only one vault location may be blocked in this way at any time. The vault location is blocked only for survivors and does not affect pallets. So basically, you'll jump through a window or vault through a window, whatever, and it will block that behind you in the same way that windows get blocked if a survivor keeps vaulting through it, but it'll just do it instantly. Also, you'll go faster, which does combine with Fire Up and I guess tier 3 Michael and things like that. So windows basically are no problem. And it also says that it only blocks one window at a time, which means you can vault a window and it'll block it, but if you vault a window right next to it, it will unblock the first window and then block the one you just went through, if that makes sense. So you can't just completely zone out a loop like that. So this perk is pretty fun, it's pretty interesting. It's nice to not have to worry about, you know, wasting time vaulting windows, because it will do it really fast, and it's good for like Killer Shack and things like that, and I guess maps like Ormond where there's just loops every 5 feet you take. But I don't know, I kind of like the challenge of, like, you know, I like playing against survivors who know what to do with windows and things, and I like trying to play around that and like catch them and everything like that. So I don't use this a whole lot, but it is really nice to use just because you have to worry about windows being a problem. But at the same time, I do like, because, you know, windows are there for a reason, and I like trying to play around them and learn how to get around them better, and, you know, when I do use them, it's cool and good, I guess. I don't know, I feel like this kind of ruins the fun a little bit, but again, if you're not confident around loops or anything, this is definitely a good perk to use. Or if you just want to keep zoning people out all the time, you're free to do that as well. So it's a fun perk. Again, I don't use it a whole lot, but when I do, it's pretty fun. It's a clown perk, by the way, so keep that in mind. Next up we have Botany Knowledge, and this is an interesting one. I don't think I've ever used this, but it's fine. You transform plants found around the campfire into, what does that even say? Tinctures? I literally can't even read what that says. Tinctures. Am I even saying that right? I don't even know. That slow down bleeding. Healing speed and healing item efficiency are increased by 11%. At tier 2 that is 22%, and at tier 3 that's 33%. So basically this will have it so like med kits and things will increase the healing speed and also make them more effective at healing. So this can work well with other healing perks, I guess. Or if you just bring in really good med kits, maybe like built to last, so you can use your med kit again and still have that healing speed. I think there's some add-ons that also speed up healing, things like that. You combine it with self-care, even though self-care is obviously really bad, but it does work with self-care slightly. But obviously that perk, just don't use that perk. So this one's pretty basic. I don't really have much else to say. It's fine what it does. I wouldn't use it a whole lot. I don't see people use this at all. The 33% is nice. You can also combine it with Desperate Measures. I just realised probably go even faster. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because Desperate Merges with other people, isn't it? So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure it's that worth it, to be honest, to bring into a match. It's obviously nice when it works, and you can definitely feel the difference at tier 3. But no, I also haven't played around with this enough to give a concrete opinion on it, but I know it's not something you desperately need, so keep that in mind. Next up we have Cruel Limits, or I still call it Cruel Confinement because Cruel Confinement sounds better, but whatever. This is a Demogorgon perk, and I think we had this a few weeks ago. This feels kind of recent, unless that was the other one. Mindbreaker? I'm not sure, but I feel like we had this recently. This perk's not good. I will not spend that much time on it because it's just really not good. This is a Demogorgon perk. Basically, every time a gen gets done, all the windows and vault locations within 32 meters from the complete gen are blocked for all survivors for the next 20 seconds. At tier 2, that is 25 seconds, and at tier 3, that is 30 seconds. You also see the aura of these vault locations for the duration of how long it lasts. I have used this. I've genuinely tried to use this in like just normal builds with the killers, and I really can't say that it does anything well. It really does not help or anything. So, it's a fun idea. It did get buffed recently to 32 meter radius instead of before it was 24 meter radius. Pardon me. Sorry. But I don't know. It's not good. Being able to see them is nice. In certain places, can work well, like Larry's, that main gen in the middle, because that blocks a lot of windows upstairs as well. But you know, on certain maps, where if it's a gen in the corner, it will probably block 1 or 2 windows. Does not block pallets. And when I have used this and got this to kind of work, it still hasn't really done a lot for me. So, yeah, we're just going to move on. We're going to move on from that. Finally, we have Technician, which also got changed recently. This is a Feng Min perk, and this one used to be a pretty good beginner perk, and it's still kind of beginner perk. Good beginner perk. Yeah. But it got changed recently. So now, the noises caused by your repairs and their hearing distance are reduced by 8 meters, which stays the same. And on a failed repair skill check, the following effects happen. The generator explosion will be prevented. The generator loses progress as usual, and an additional 5% progress is lost. In tier 2, that's 4% progress, and tier 3, that is 3%. So the old version of this was noises were caused by repairs was still reduced by 8 meters, but had it so if you missed the skill check, there's a 50% chance that it would be prevented. So it's kind of literally it was a 50-50. It's a good beginner perk, trying to get them to hit their skill checks, but also while saving them if they do mess up. But this one has it so 100% of the time the explosion will be silenced, which is good. But you do also lose progress, and you do lose an additional 3%. So yeah, probably don't use this one for too long. Use it until you're comfortable with hitting skill checks, I guess. But now it has it so you lose progress as normal and an additional 3% or even a 5% if you haven't leveled it up. And this can be in some situations this can be kind of hurtful if there's like 1 gen left and the killer's absolutely snowballing the hell out of your team. Maybe that extra 5%, 3%, whatever, could be the thing that brings you down. So keep that in mind, but this is still a pretty good perk for people learning skill checks and even just new to the game in general. It's good to use for a couple matches or however long it takes, and then once you've got it nailed you can take it off. Reduced noises again is still really nice, and also now that obviously the explosion is 100% of the time silenced, so it doesn't give the loud noise notification. That's really handy, but just keep in mind that extra regression can especially if you're with teammates who know what they're doing, it can be kind of annoying, I guess. So just think about that. So now we're going to go over what perks to buy, and for Survivor I'm not going to say any just because these Claudette is a character everyone has by default, and I think even this extra healing speed is nice, but I just don't feel like it's amazing. I'm not sure I'd take a perk slot up just to have healing speed and healing item efficiency increased a bit. Again, it's definitely nice and you can feel it, but yeah, I'm just not that I'm not a fan. It's just I don't think this is worth it bringing into a match. Don't want to take a perk slot where I could be having something crazy, just to heal myself a little faster, you know, or heal others if you're using a medkit like that. Technician Feng on console is a free character, but I don't think she's on PC. But she has good perks, but I would say this is probably her worst one. Alert and Live are a lot better, but still, this one I just don't feel like is amazing. It's good for like newer players, obviously, but with the recent change, it did get buffed, but also now it has this extra regression thing. Sorry. So just bear that in mind. And for killer, I'm gonna say Bamboozle, I think, because I would also just say maybe just buy Clown and just get Clown's perks, because Pot Goes the Weasel is one of the best perks in this game. So maybe just buy Bamboozle by itself, or maybe just buy Clown as a whole and just get his other perks. Colorophobia is not great, but you know, you might as well just get it while you're at it, because you get Bamboozle and Pot Goes the Weasel, which are both good perks. And Cruel Limits, just yeah, don't use this perk. Don't ever use this perk unless you're doing the Adept Demogorgon. Other than that, don't use up a perk slot to block windows for 30 seconds. The duration is even not that long. They need to really rework it. They did buff it, like I said recently, but all they did was increase the range from 24 to 32. They need to probably really rework this. So don't buy this one. So guys, that's going to do it for my review. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry that it was out a day late. I was a bit tired last night, and you know, got work to do and everything, so sorry about that. But it's here now, so whatever. I'm going to be active on Twitter still, so follow me out there, Elbrabbing. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.